Cougar Board members, fans, viewers, anyone watching this, anyone hearing my voice and Mick's voice, thank you for being here. We appreciate you all. We're here for our part 3 of our interview with Mick. Go back and watch part 1 and part 2 if you haven't already. Some good information there, some good insights about the team, about the mind of Mick, just things you don't hear very often about an athlete's life. So it's really interesting. Make sure to go back and watch it. In this part 3, we're gonna kind of skip forward a little bit. So we talked a little about your recruitment, about your college. So we'll kind of wind down on college.
Okay.
So obviously, BYU is a hard academic school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna lie. It's tough.
It's tough.
But what is unique about it is that we have these religion classes.
Yeah.
And so as a Lutheran, you ended up in mission prep.
Yes, I did.
Which is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what was that kind of experience like for you?
First off, I just want to say, brother and sister Mullen, they're the best people I've ever met at BYU. Like, they're just awesome, and they just help me out throughout the class. Like, nothing like no special like extra points here and there, but they just like help me gain a deeper understanding of the religion more than I usually did in any other class. Because usually they go so far in depth in so many other classes, they don't give like a general sense.
Yeah.
So it's like with missionary prep, we kind of covered a little bit of everything and like understood different things, but it was awesome. Ended up talking to the whole class about Lutheranism, which was nice. And then it was a fun class, and I learned a lot more about the religion than most other classes, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because because I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so I enjoy listening and learning about other religions, just because I feel like it's ignorant if you don't.
Yeah.
And so it's always, because then you can have these ideas and these conversations that you could never have had before.
For sure.
Because it's people's core beliefs, and so yeah, that's really cool that you weren't upset that you had to get put in that class or anything like that. You were open to it. That's really cool. So we'll move on from there. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that. So going on from there, you played GCU last week, and then you're playing Ohio State this week. So what improvements are you gonna make, from last week through this week? Like what's the team's kind of feeling going into it?
Mainly, I think most things defensive. To put it generally, just increase our game defensively. Noah ran a great offense for us against GCU. Sadly, we couldn't convert the first night, not the second night either, but the second night was a lot better. I think mainly just when it comes to covering, blocking assignments, making sure you just really see the hitter, and again with some offensive decisions. It's just a mix of all of that. It's just kind of played against us at GCU, but I think when we play Ohio State, we'll understand what we can do better in those situations.
Yeah. And so shifting gears just a little bit from that, so practicing, getting ready for, you're in your college season right now. So you went and played for the Latvian national team.
Yeah.
And so you see these guys all in college that are just stud athletes. You go and play for the national team. How does it, what's the different feel about going from that collegiate to the national team?
Just the atmosphere is different because the priorities are different. Like, they got life to focus about, but they also have just a little bit more time because for a lot of them, volleyball is their career. So during that time, they get to just hang out with their families and do whatever they need to do because they only play like 6, not a full year. Like it can vary between like 3 and 9. It's just somewhere in between there, not a full year, and they get paid for it. And it's just understanding their perspectives and their lifestyles and finding my own balance. That was the biggest thing I learned, like between social, like volleyball, and family, because I have a lot of family in Latvia. So it was just like finally finding my groove, seeing where I can succeed the most. Like, I feel like some of my biggest developments were when I went to Latvia, because I finally found that groove where I was like, don't have to focus on school. I can focus on like reading books or just relaxing for a minute before heading to practice to really lock in for however long we're training for. And it's just finding that balance and just exceeding your own expectations was awesome.
Yeah. Is that something you see yourself doing long term?
For sure. But the goal is pro. I want to be in the best leagues in the world. I still have a lot of places to develop my game and play, but I strongly believe I can play in those at that level and just I mean, I'm confident I can get there one day, but I'm not there yet, but I will be.
Who did you play when you were with them? Is it just like you practice amongst yourself, or did you go out and play other countries, or?
Yeah, we had a scrimmage against Ukraine, and one of the best outsides in the world, Plotnitsky, this Ukrainian lefty outside of all things. Yeah, it's weird. But the dude is nuts. His serve is insane. I passed one of his serves, which was like a big accomplishment because I always watch him on videos like, this dude nuts. But I passed one of them. But another player got absolutely blown up by him. They left line open. I was just there and just got straight in the chest, knocked back on the floor. Like, that dude swings like crazy.
What's like the average age of the guys in those leagues? Is it like a lot of people in your position, or because you said most of them have families and whatnot? Are they all like 30s, 20s, or like?
It varies. Like I think most of the players are in their 20s, like late 20s, and then early 30s. But when you start getting the 40 mark, that's when you really see a big decline.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, it's like I was one of the youngest on the team, but it goes all the way to like 35, 36. Like there's some older guys there.
Yeah. What country is the best at volleyball? Like what's people like? Oh,
France.
France, really?
Yeah, they're nuts. There's France, Italy, and Poland, I think, are the top teams right now. Because, like, man, I could say so many different things about them. But the reason why, okay, France, their setter is nuts. Every position is a weapon. Poland, they have the best outside in the world, hands down. And their setter's good, but, like, the way they work around him, actually, they have two of the best outsides in the world. And it's just, like, it's crazy to see how high of a level they play, how consistent they play. Because like Engapeth on France, he can hit the craziest shots, do the stupidest things, and the coach will keep him in because he's the best player for that. He just keeps getting points. Oh my gosh, don't give it. You're gonna give a talk for an hour, man. But it's just all these players, all these positions, they're all weapons. They're all super just consistent, smart, and just able to do the job when it needs to get done, like late in the matches and all this stuff. It's just amazing to watch, and they're definitely in the top.
Do you need dual citizenship to play over there?
Yeah.
So you have that dual citizenship?
Yes, I do.
So, I have a follow-up question with this.
Okay,
so,
listen.
Do you have Olympic ambitions?
Yes.
What country would you be playing for?
I mean, since I transferred to Latvia, I can't go back to the U.S.
Really?
I can't play the U.S. national team.
Oh.
I just decided it's for my own good to go there because, I mean, I'm proud to be it. I'm very happy to live in the United States. I'm very lucky to live here and not have to go through not that they went through super difficult times at my age there, but just knowing that it's just rougher, like economy among other things. But I mean, they're actually doing pretty good right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like very thankful that I get to be here in the States and live in California and experience that whole side of things. But I love Latvia. That is my heritage. That's like where my family is from. I was raised always in a Latvian way, Latvian this, Latvian that. Love it, and it's definitely the most important part of me, like just knowing me. And finally, like being able to represent the flag and just the country is just awesome.
Awesome. I appreciate your time. I want to hear like a Latvian, like it's like a Latvian thing to say to all of the people watching, and then you can follow it up in English. So like, what do you want to say to Cougar Nation? I want to hear it in Latvian, and then you can say it in English.
Man, you put me on the spot.
Yeah, completely. But
I wasn't prepared for this.
It doesn't have to be very long. Just like a quick message to Cougar Nation.
Es jums visu mīlu, which means I love you all.
Short and sweet, love it.
Short and sweet, that's all I got.
All right, Mix, I appreciate you for being here. Cougar Nation appreciates you. Maybe we'll have you on again. Who knows?
Awesome.
But go follow Mix on his social medias. You can drop them somewhere. You can use them. I don't know. Maybe they'll be here. Maybe they'll be there.
Yeah, I got you.
I don't know. But thank you for watching, and be sure to go watch part 1 and part 2 if you haven't already. Thank you for watching this interview. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss the other 2 parts of this interview. Plus, all of our other interviews we do with BYU athletes. We also like to give a special thanks to our Cougar Board insiders for making this possible.